have agreed to a letter which expresses our opposition to the taxpayer-funded voucher program, and calls for the creation of an oversight mechanism similar to something like the Office of Early Learning. Sort of for me, the really unfortunate thing that happened at an Auburndale school really got my attention about this, and I think that people need to understand that there is no oversight of these schools. They are going to get your tax money without anyone looking at them. I mean, I think there are people in the audience today, right now, who are going to come talk to us, who are going to, in one way or another, exert accountability on us. We're going to look them. We're going to listen to you guys tell us what you want to tell us. You're going to have the chance to talk about your experiences. There's nobody over these schools to talk to about that. Not in Tallahassee, not here, nobody. And I think that's what's really important to me. And also I want to be fair to Ms. Reynolds as well. We also agreed to acknowledge that the state has done some preliminary steps to put some rules in about who could be hired and who can't. My own feeling is those are woefully inadequate, and that the voucher expansion doesn't just take money away from schools. It actively puts the children who go to those schools in harm's way. And I think the surest example of that for me is that every year a child has one of these scholarships, they are more likely to abandon it and return to public schools. Like most of the vast majority of them come back within two years. So that's sort of a summary of that letter, which I guess we're not going to read. But and then sort of related to that, again, kind of related to what I think we're probably going to hear tonight. I think the most difficult thing in public education today, by far, is managing climate, managing human relations within the school, whether that be child to child, staff to child, staff to staff. It's something that's very important to me. I've written about it a lot. We had a couple of policies today that I've talked about. We're going to start. The board is going to start getting, I think, regular semester updates on how many suicides we have in schools. We're going to have codified a policy of if a staff member is accused of something on a repetitive basis, that it's made sure that the superintendent knows about it. I think that's something we already do, but I think the board wants to. Certainly, I do, and I think the board wants to express its concern about that as well. We've obviously had a few really unfortunate incidents that have made the media recently. I don't care too much about media. I do care about conflict and harm and finding a way to find common purpose to serve all of our kids, and to also recognize the very, very hard jobs that everyone's doing. Schools are very, very human places. I think sometimes we forget that. I can pledge to everybody here that I'm going to continue to work the best that I can to try to do whatever we can from the board level to improve the climate in schools, and to be understanding of everyone's point of view, and find ways to resolve conflicts with common purpose. And I think there are a number of steps that are ongoing right now that we haven't really announced too much yet, that I'm looking forward to hearing more about. I think we're going to hear more about them next month. I already know, because we were interviewed about it today, the struggling student study that we approved last month is already underway. We're going to be studying how our counselors are used, among other things. I don't want to speak on behalf of the board because I'm just speaking on behalf of me, but I think the board generally agrees with this, that we are very, very, very focused on the human climate in the schools, and want to do whatever we can to support it, improve it, and we need our leadership here at the district, our leadership at schools, and our parents and everybody to be committed to that, because that's the only way we're going to succeed. So thanks.